Is that something that Antonio's selling?
No, son.
Oh yeah, microphone is on. Are we live? We're live? Okay. Just got to get the YouTube channel up on the TV. Hello, everybody. Another amazing meal here. Today is going to be, this is called pork lechon. What is this called? Pork liempo. Pork liempo. Got my cream cheese here. We got our saba. And we got some vegetables in there. And we've got some eatlog. Hot still. Very tasty. Jen is just exhausted. She's going through her menstrual thing here, and now she's come home and done the cooking for me, and it's still a little bit early. It's 10 to 2 here in the Philippines, and
not early anymore for me.
It's not early for her. She's got her Halloween party coming up here, and I think she's going to be leaving here like at 3:30 or something.
No,
3 o'clock. Wow. So doesn't start till 4, but she's always got to do her planning ahead of time. And so just a lot of work, but she's on the go all the time. Busy, busy, busy. And as time goes on, we're going to probably getting more busy and more busy. But it's the kind of busy that we like. But still, sometimes you're not feeling good. That's just the way life goes. And you still have to kind of do your thing, which makes that's life. It's just a little bit tough. It's like when now today I was watching videos on. Wow, look at that, everybody! That's amazing. I don't know if you can even. There it is. Wow. So yeah, I got a whole new twist on identity and how important it is to develop your identity. And I discovered today watching Dr. K, Dr. Alok Kinojai. His YouTube channel is called Healthy Gamer GG. Please watch that channel. It's so important for your mental health. This latest one is on social anxiety. It was a couple of months ago, but it's a must watch. Trust me. You got to watch this video. This is going to really solve, I think, the entire problems of the entire world. Hard to believe, but yep, trust me. I know what I'm talking about. I have a good life. And on this one, on social anxiety, I came to the realization that, oh, this is the problem that I had for literally 55 years of my life almost. 54 and some odd days, most of that year. Throughout my whole life, I've had social anxiety. And social anxiety is debilitating. It really ruins your whole life. And so when you're having.
You will eat there?
Yeah. You use that plate. So yeah. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about Dingo Dingleman. I hope I spelled his name correctly. I don't know, but he was a YouTuber here. I didn't really notice him till Mikey Bustos had him on his channel, the Mikey Bustos vlog. Please watch those vlogs. It'll really give you an idea. So I was watching this a couple of months ago, I think, because Mikey hosted Dingo and his family. And this guy was doing some really crazy stuff. He was out there and he was playing with snakes and Well, he's from South Africa, and the thing that he died here on October the 26th, which was wow. I was shocked, but I wasn't shocked. You know what I mean? It's kind of like Crocodile Hunter. It's kind of like, wow, animals can be very dangerous. And he got bit by a snake like a month ago, and they had to put him into an induced coma because of a severe allergic reaction. And then he passed away on October the 26th. And of course, Dingo doesn't know that, but his family does. You know, and I think he has a wife and three children, two or three
Say
children.
hi first to your viewers.
Hi, viewers.
Hello, guys. So we are here eating our lunch. 5 to 2. 5 minutes before 2. So he needs to eat now because yesterday he did his fasting.
Mm-hmm.
So how's your lampo?
I haven't even tried it, baby. Let me try. This looks like a piece of bacon.
It is.
Okay. So this is the part of the yampo that I like to try right.
Oh, we have a comment here from Pirulais. Pirulais. Buen provecho. Whatever it is, half hawk, half man. No good shepherd abandons his flock at the first sight of wolves. I don't know what you're talking, but anyway, thank
He
you.
says no good shepherd abandons his flock at the first sight of wolves. Hello, sir. Okay.
And
Half man, half wolf.
Gypsy
I have
plays
zero anxiety.
Roblox.
I fear nothing. And that's
Hello,
true.
sir.
It's only about 80% of the world has a social anxiety.
You
And-
fear nothing, so
And there's about 20% who fear nothing. And
good for you.
it's good for you, but as long as you're not causing fear in other people,
Yeah.
because that's not a good thing, especially when 80% of the world has fear and anxiety. We want to help people. We don't
So
want
you
to.
are including in the 20% of the
Yeah. So I would say it's wonderful that you don't have fear and anxiety, but a lot of people do. And we all
I also don't have really a fear, but I have anxiety.
have anxiety. I had social anxiety for 55 years.
Hmm. How's the milk?
It's amazing. And Jen really likes this big fatty chunk here.
Give it to me. Actually, it's not really a fat. You see, there's a meat in it.
There's meat in it, but she loves that.
Yeah, it's a layered of meat,
Mm-hmm.
and it's good with my kimchi.
This is kimchi. Amazing kimchi. It's been going, I think, now for about 5 days,
No,
more, maybe a week.
yeah. Mm.
Mm.
Kimchi is sour and salty, nice.
Oh, it's really nice.
It is fat.
Now, Jen and I, we eat a modified, dirty carnivore keto diet, and I recommend that to everybody. We eat very little in the way of, we don't eat any really refined carbohydrates. And you can, but you want to really limit it, the amount of refined carbohydrates you eat. Have a cheat day, I would say. And I get my information from the medical doctors. Dr. Robert Lustig is, the medical doctors. Dr. Eric Westman, he's the guy I really like. Dr. Pradip Jamnadas. These are the guys who really know what they're talking about. A little bit of intermittent fasting, keto, carnivore. Uh, just cut out the processed junk food. That's our recommendation. This is what Jen and I do. And what
Hi,
would you?
Rylos videos. Oh, you're live. Hello. Yes, we
Hmm.
are live. And we are so alive.
Hmm. Thanks to Jen cooking up these amazing foods. I am really spoiled. Now, there's a piece of fatty meat right there. That's porky fat. Mm, wow.
This meal is it's a 2 kilo of pork. So we already got the 1 kilo here. 1 kilo there. Maybe the kids will eat later.
Yep. And we'll have some sabah. And we've got our veggies here. And we've got our eggs. So back to Dingo Dingleman. Wow. You
Yeah, when
know,
he told me this morning, it's like,
it's
really?
a shock.
It's a shock, but
It's a shock.
you're playing an animal, not
You're
playing
you're
or
playing with fire. Wow, you're
mhm.
going to get burned. And he'd been bitten several times before, I think. And it's not like I'm going to say I told you so because everybody knows this. His family doesn't need to hear that now. But what I want to do is I want to express to anybody, hey, Dingo Dingleman had a YouTube channel, and he was, I think, the uh, sole financial supporter of his family. So I think that they should still keep their channel running because people are interested in South Africa. They're interested in the animals of South Africa. And I know he was training his kids. Now, I would recommend to his kids and his wife, you don't have to do that crazy shit. You don't have to pick up snakes and stuff. You can just film the wildlife. People will watch your channel. You guys can get, I think you had more than 100,000 viewers. You can pick up a couple 100,000 more viewers just doing South Africa. People just want to see it. Keep that YouTube channel alive and going. That'd be a great that'd be a great thing for Dingo because I know he loved his family and he wanted to supply and support you guys. And that's just, I think that's just would be a good option. I don't know.
Rigo's video said, didn't you do like 10 push-ups at 70 years old? He
Sure.
did the pull-ups.
I do pull ups, push ups, sit ups. I run, swim. Now, here's an interesting little fact. After the age of 35, most people stop running. I'm 70 and I ran this morning.
You run every day.
I walk and run every day. If you're, there's this comedian in the United States. His name is Dick Van Dyke. He's 98 years old now, and he always had a good sense of humor. And he had this. I know he was on the Mary Tyler Moore show for years, and then he had his own TV sitcom. He's 98 years old, so you guys wouldn't know about it, but I remember it when I was a kid. And he said, "Wow, if I had known I was going to live this long, I would have taken better care of myself."
Yeah, it's a pull-ups what he did.
Mhm.
Actually, he can do 40 pull-ups a day,
Mhm.
but like a 4 sets or 5 sets.
I do 4 or 5 sets, and I try to do that every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
kind of
consistency
yeah,
is really
standards and consistency.
really do something. Even you're 70 years old, 80 years old, if
Oh,
you're doing consistency, um, you will feel much easier and better in the things that you're doing.
yeah. So social anxiety is a very common thing. And when you have social anxiety, you're just afraid to do things, afraid to be your authentic self. And I would say, hey, to all you people out there who are having trouble or might think you have a problem with social anxiety, please watch that Dr. K video. It's called Healthy Gamer GG. Dr. Ali Matu is his guest, and they ran this a couple of months ago. I know it's a 3-hour YouTube, but trust me, it's well worth the watch. It could change your life. 80% of the people on this planet have social anxiety. 80%. And that kind of fits the numbers because when you look at it, 80% of the world lives on less than $15 a day. Try living on less than $15 a day.
I know.
Jen knows.
I live many years of my life that's $0.
$0 or $1 a day. Even when she worked overseas, she sent all of her money home, and she was paid like how much? 12, 15, 20,000 pesos a month.
Mhm.
And on top of that, she had to beg for her paycheck because they wouldn't pay her at the end of the month. And of course, her family is depending on that money. So she'd basically make this money and then she'd send it all home um, to her family. And so it's literally impossible to save any money and get ahead. I'm thinking, why did Dingo? Because when I saw him on Mike the Bustos and he grabbed that snake, it's like, oh my God. Number one, he was a guest in Mikey's house. He should never have grabbed that snake. Sorry, Mikey, but that's just the way it is. I saw your anxiety go up when he grabbed that snake. But there he is now. He's dead, and his family is still alive. So who's going to miss him? Well, his family. And of course, all the people who loved him. But Dingo was kind of irresponsible. He wasn't he was irresponsible when he was reckless. So what can we do about the situation now? Well, I think, Mikey, that you could be a big influencer. If you're watching this, please tell his family to keep going. Keep filming that stuff. It's just interesting. I love animals. I love seeing places like South Africa. I love watching your videos where you're doing your ant farm and you're hosting these people. That's how we change the world. If you have social anxiety, you're going to have trouble, really a lot of trouble, getting along in the world and making money. And we all need some money. And with Jen and my biochar farming here, our biochar compost, we are going to change the world. Because when you start biochar composting, you realize that, wow, there's more than enough uh, products here to make compost and biochar, because you're basically just taking scraps of wood and carbon, burning it up, mixing it with garbage, basura, making a good compost, adding that biochar to your compost, and now you've made soil. You've made soil. And how much did it cost you? Nothing. It was free. Just your labor. And this biochar compost, it it supports life. You don't need fertilizers for it. You don't want to. If you put fertilizer on biochar compost, you ruin it. You don't put pesticides on it. You want those little organisms in there. This is how we save the world. It's an abundance mindset. I've seen people turn hundreds of acres of desert into grasslands and forests. It can be done all over the world. We've got the technology to get the water to the desert. We've got the technology to get electricity to these farms. We can forest the whole world. We can put soil all over the whole world. When it rains, that biochar compost, it's like terra preta soil. It holds the water. And the plants growing on the terra preta soil, way better than any fertilized crops. And your plants are healthy, so they don't get bug eaten, and they're totally organic. It's like amazing. If you guys haven't figured out biochar and the benefits of it by now, take a look on the YouTube under biochar. You're going to see thousands of videos on how the world is changing and how we're going to bring the soils back. And these soils don't wash away. They last for hundreds to thousands of years. Humans have all they have all they need to completely resoil this planet and support 10 times the number of people that are on this planet right now. There's 8 billion people. If you force the whole planet, we'll easily support 100 billion people. That's one of my areas of focus, but my real area of focus is to help people develop their true identity so that they don't have social anxiety. Everybody needs a platform for learning. Everybody needs a platform so they can exercise. Everybody needs uh, an education on what are the foods that you should eat. Everybody needs to realize that they're not their emotional mind. That emotional mind that feels anxiety, it's governing your life. All of your decisions are made on that. You've probably heard it said, no one should ever make a decision when they're angry or frustrated or sad. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be making decisions based on your emotional mind. You want to have a clear, rational thinking mind. And that, my friends, takes a lot of meditation and practice. You got to learn how to focus. Read Dr. Daniel Goleman's book on focus or emotional health. We're emotional first, and we are reasonable second. Everybody and people who are overly emotional, they're literally unaware of what's going on because they're too focused on their emotions. Hmm. I really love Limpo. This is like a Thanksgiving dinner for me, and I try to have at least one of these every week or every other week. I'm eating. I'm eating OMAD, one meal a day. I eat usually. I eat every day, um, and but lately I've been eating every 2 or 3 days and then fasting. So yesterday was a fast day for me, and I'm going to continue to do that until because it's easy for me and it's what I want to do, and my health is good. But you need to do what's good for you. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying, hey, if you smoke cigarettes, it'd be a good idea to stop. Probably the best way to get your health started in order. If you're overeating, probably a good idea to stop overeating. How do you do that? Cut the carbs out of your diet. If you eat too many carbs, you're going to be hungry all the time. Carbs are addictive. Watch Dr. Pradip Jamnadas. Intermittent fasting, cut the carbs. Watch Dr. Jason Fung, intermittent fasting. Watch Dr. Robert Lustig, keto carnivore. Watch the psychologist, Georgia EDE. Go with a keto carnivore diet. Cut all those high oxalate vegetables out of your diet. It's not that hard. Anybody can do it. When you start eating healthy, your brain works better. Mm. Here now is my favorite piece of pork. It's just got that fat rippled through it. Wow, that is so good. It's good from the first bite to the last one. Mm.
I will put that.
So Dingle Dingleman. Oh man, I am so sorry.
You want more kimchi, baby?
No, I'm good. I'm so sorry.
Dingle Dingle family.
Yeah, for the Dingle family, because when I was watching Mikey Bustos, yeah, he was doing some crazy stuff, but he was really a nice guy. Caring, loving person.
There's more egg.
There's a lot of people who are caring and loving.
Want more veggies, baby?
Yeah, absolutely. But there's a lot of people who are willing to take advantage of caring and loving people. And I'm glad that Dingo had kind of gotten out of his I don't know where he was at before he was doing this crazy animal stuff. But I'm glad he started really getting out on his own and doing it. I just thought, man, you don't need to be doing that crazy shit.
You want more meat? There's more ribs here.
No, leave that for the kids. So, yeah, unfortunately, Dingo's gone now, but his family still has to go on. So I would say, hey, keep that YouTube channel of yours running. It's a good channel. Just don't do the crazy shit. Ingat, maginat. Stay safe. Kind of a little Filipino blessing when you're going off on a little trip. They all say ingat, and it's kind of like, yeah, be safe. Don't go out there and do crazy shit. Take care of this body, especially if you have responsibilities like a family. If you got a family, They're counting on you, especially those kids under the age of 18. And everybody has a responsibility for their own health. Like Jen says, she says, I wish I could eat for you guys. I wish I could exercise for you. For me, I wish I could study and build your minds like I have, but we can't. You gotta do this on your own. Now we can guide you and we can send you in the direction kind of like that we're going, but ultimately it's up to you to determine what you like to do and what you're good at. There's a lot of misinformation out there. You got to find those people who are always going to tell you the truth, and that's what Jen and I do. Do we make mistakes? Yeah, we make mistakes, but you know what? As compassionate people, we're willing to say, "Hey, we made a mistake. We're sorry." But there's a lot of good information out there, and a lot of things you should be doing. Read every day, just a little bit. You don't have to do a lot. Atomic Habits. Read a little bit. Exercise a little bit, just a little bit. Get it started. 100 days creates a habit. Just start walking. If you like walking, walk 10 minutes a day. My mentor, Jack LaLanne, um, he was my TV mentor. I never met him. He said, make your cake. First thing in the morning, make your cake. He said for him, sometimes exercise was like pulling teeth. It was hard to do. He said he would rather take a beating from his dad than exercise. But you know what? It's like he did it every day until he was 96 years old. Then he got pneumonia and died. We're all going to die. Don't hurry the process. The world needs you. See, when you have social anxiety, a lot of people, they think, oh, I'm a strange person or I'm weird. And so you start, uh, you know, shying away from people and not going out to events and things like that. And what you got to do is find your identity and embrace it. And find your identity by learning to first build this body. Exercise every day. Eat healthy every day. Meditate a little. Clear your mind. Pay attention to the world. Build your self-esteem. This builds your self-esteem. And one of the reasons people like Donald Trump are successful, he didn't have social anxiety. He says whatever the hell he wants to say, even if it's absolute bullshit and lies. Don't be like that. Don't become a bullshitter and a liar. People will see right through it. But there's some who won't. They'll just go, oh, he's confident. He must know what he's talking about. No, he just doesn't have social anxiety. But that's neither here nor there. People are probably going to elect, the people will definitely elect Kamala Harris. It's the electoral vote that decides who's going to be president. And we just pray that that doesn't happen. We don't want crazy Donald back in there again. No, he doesn't have social anxiety. Now, I imagine one of the reasons that Dingo was doing all the crazy stuff that he was doing was because he did have some social anxiety. because a lot of these people on YouTube, they do some crazy shit just to get the likes and the views. They create clicking thumbnails and clickbait, and then they don't even talk about the subject they want to talk about. And so it's like, what are you doing here? It's like they're not making any sense. And so people stop watching their videos. So then they end up doing some crazy shit like Nikocado Avocado, where he becomes super fat, doing super stupid things. That's the power of money. Money will change your whole outlook on things. It's okay to make money, but don't let it change you. Have your identity first. You have your whole life to develop your identity, and you want to continue developing it. Your identity should always be built on a solid foundation of your own power, the power to exercise, the power to eat healthy, the power to make good decisions. Don't lie. Don't say it if it's not true. Don't cheat. Don't 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 take it if it's not yours. Don't steal. Don't cheat. Don't don't manipulate to try to get ahead. It's hard. Life is hard for everybody. You end up lying and cheating and stealing, you lose your credibility. This is what happened to Donald Trump. No, I never really did like the guy. I haven't liked him since I first started watching him in the 1980s. He liked to come across as this big, humble guy, but he wasn't. He's always been a manipulator. And now Elon Musk is coming out. So, yeah, we see him. We see right through their lies. They can try to hide it, but they're just con men. They're confident. Now, Elon Musk, he's not nearly as confident as Donald Trump. He's just a better con man. Ever since I've been watching Elon Musk, he's been lying. He comes across fake, like a victim. It's like, come on, Mr. Billionaire. Are you a victim? I don't feel sorry for you.
Nah.
Kind of like, why would anybody feel sorry for Donald Trump? Oh, poor Donald Trump. People said he had a fake hairpiece and he's got false teeth and he shits his diapers. It's like, please. He's a con man. Been convicted of the R word, 34 count felon, impeached twice. Even his own Republicans won't. Mike Pence won't even vote for him. Mike Pence, for crying out loud.
His vice.
Mm-hmm. I get all these MAGA Republicans over here telling me, well, look at Joe Biden and look at Kamala Harris. I never vote for them. It's like, good, then just don't fucking vote. If you're stupid enough to vote for Donald Trump, just don't fucking vote.
Manhid na yung daliri.
You know, Joe Biden, I mean, he might not be perfect, but he's well-meaning. He's a good guy. Yeah, Joe Biden's a good guy. Kamala Harris, good woman. Donald Trump, oh my God. Don't even get me started.
Change topic, change topic.
So, healthy eating, meditation, read, write, listen. Listen to your friends. Listen to your family. If you're
Listen to me.
if you're in a situation where you're a leader, if you're a father or mother, you're a leader and you're the leader of the kids. You need to practice all 5 love languages with your children. You need to give them words of encouragement, words of appreciation. You need to give them a pat on the back, tell them they're doing a good job. You need to perform acts of service for them. You need to give them gifts and support them. They need a foundation. You need to tell them you love them, and you need to spend quality time with them. Sorry, but that's the way it goes if you're a good parent. You got to use all 5 love languages. You can't go, well, my love language is gifts, so I'm going to give them gifts, and then I'll ignore them. Doesn't fucking work.
You know.
I know. I made that mistake. But I learned. Now I've got a wonderful family here in the Philippines, and I give them all 5 love languages. And the interesting thing about love, you don't expect anything in return. You do it because you love doing it. And I love helping people who are willing to put in the effort. And those people who are running the smear campaign on other people and trash talking them, I don't love them at all. Not one bit. They're not going to be in my inner circle. They're not even, they're going to be way on the outer circle. They are not practicing rational humanism. I'm all about people who are into rational humanism, emphasizing their independent will, individuality, moral and ethical standards, but good philosophy in life. These are the people who I like. People who are science minded, who think critically, not where where your morality is based on some supernatural, unfalsifiable nonsense. I don't get my morals from the Bible. Oh my God, that book is really amoral. Let's see. Go to church or be stoned to death. Wear this color of clothing or be stoned to death. Don't think about anything that your neighbor has because that's coveting your neighbor's things. Don't do that. It's like, what a load of horse shit. Sorry, that's not my morality. My morality is take responsibility for your health. Treat other people like you want to be treated. Yeah. Don't harm other people. Don't run a smear campaign on them. People who lie, cheat, steal, run smear campaigns on people who try to manipulate others, you're not in my life. And you know who you are because I don't visit you. You might think, oh, Tim, we know him. He's a great guy. Yeah. Well, you know what? I think you're a great person too. Stay away from me. I forgive you, but I'm not forgetting. That includes a lot of my family too. My family, a lot of them have NPD, narcissistic personality disorder. It's beyond my pay grade to help those people. They'll never be happy. People with NPD, people with personality disorders, you're going to have a really hard time accepting. Best thing, let them go. Hard to do, let them go. We're a group of people here who say, hey, guess what? We're all in this human condition together. We've all got so many years on this planet. Let's help each other out. Let's try to, let's show a little empathy, a little compassion, not sympathy. Compassion and empathy, fairness. Treat your neighbor with fairness. Treat your family fairly. Don't cheat people. Don't do it if it isn't right. Oh my God, these are basic human concepts. That's where we get our morality from. We just know the difference between right and wrong. Everybody does. People, I always have these religious people say, where do you get your morals from? And I tell them, not from that fucked up Bible. That is one screwball mythological book. And our Bible is the inerrant word of God. It's like, oh, okay, explain talking snakes and talking donkeys and fairies and witches. And oh, yeah, you can't do that? Explain why God decided to kill about 20 million people, just drowning them because he figured, I can't save these fuckers, better drown them. These unbelievable stories. I mean, the whole book is nonsense. But you know what? That being said, it's kind of a good book of literature. I mean, there's some good stuff in there. I really like the part where Jesus said, where he stood in between the woman who was going to be stoned to death, and said, let he who is without sin cast the first stone. Now, that's rational thinking, not emotional thinking. That is rational thinking. That's appealing to people's better side. And that's what we do as rational humanists. Are there good things in the Bible? Yeah, there's some good things in the Bible. But there's a lot of bullshit. I'm not going to filter through all that bullshit just to find the good things. I'm not going to recommend that book to anybody other than read it and decide for yourself, is this true? Does this comport with reality? It doesn't, but you make up your own minds on that. I'm never buying it for in our philosophy. Do no harm to yourself. Don't do drugs. Don't overeat. Don't smoke cigarettes. Don't ruin this beautiful body of yours. Don't hurt other people. Don't manipulate them. Don't emotionally mind fuck them just because you have no social anxiety and they do. Stop fucking with people. Really. Number 2, strive to do your best. Read, write, listen to your friends, listen to your family, listen to people, listen to understand, not to reply. It's a no brainer. Exercise every day. It's your body. This is your body. You think you're going to turn my age and not exercise? Better think again. You think you're going to get to Dick Van Dyke's age and not be eating healthy? Now, true, a lot of people do a lot of crap along the way. So did I. I've made a lot of mistakes. You bet I have. I'm not perfect. But you know what? No better time to start than right now. That's what the Buddhists say. Zen Buddhists say, if not now, when? Start taking care of this body. Exercise. Meditate so you can learn to focus. If you can't focus, how are you going to accomplish anything? Read Dr. Daniel Goleman's book, Focus. This is your responsibility. It's not your fault. It's your problem. If you got a problem, it's your problem. Learn to take care of your problem. The YouTube's on here. Watch my YouTube. Watch everybody's YouTube. Decide for yourself.
Yeah.
You're big, adult, mature people.
You know what is right and wrong.
Yeah.
You know what is left and right.
You bet you do.
You know what is good and bad.
And if you're good enough, you can join my group and help us save the world, because that's our goal. We're going to create biochar composting. We're going to create a platform where little kids and older people have a platform so they can exercise, where they can eat health, where they can learn to eat healthy, where they can learn good emotional and psychological health by creating good relationships. There's no hierarchy in our group. There's basically, you've got instructors or experts, and you've got students, people who are learning, and students become instructors, and instructors become students. And that's the way it's always going to be, all the way up until the time you no longer exist. That's life. And if you do these things, you're going to have a good life. So do no harm, strive to do your best. Number 3, golden rule. Come on, it's in all your religions. Doesn't matter whether you're a Buddhist, a Muslim, in the Abrahamic religions. Doesn't matter if you believe in the flying spaghetti monster. It is treat other people like you want to be treated. Do unto your neighbor as you want to have done unto you. That's the golden rule. It's really simple. It's in every religion on this planet. Do you need a religion to believe in God? You don't. You don't. God either exists or he doesn't. probability of a God existing is, well, take the number 1 and divide it by infinity. That's a little calculus for you. And then you can calculate, what are the odds of God existing? Virtually zero. Now, can I say that God doesn't exist? No. But what do you know of that God has ever done that you can prove? Nothing, because there is no evidence. No physical evidence that there ever was a God. There's been humans. Now, if you can present some evidence for a God, you will change the world. You will probably become a multimillionaire and everybody will shower you with gifts because all of a sudden this God will be here and he'll start solving all the world's problems. But it ain't going to happen because it never has. And it probably never will. So the chances of that occurring, 1 divided by infinity, practically 0. Is it okay to believe in God? Absolutely. I don't judge people on whether they believe in God or not. Maybe you had a firsthand personal experience. Maybe you had some kind of a subjective experience. But you've got no objective proof. I do have objective proof. If you eat like a pig and you eat junk food and garbage and you eat processed foods, you're probably going to end up in not such a good situation. If you support miscreants and nefarious people like Donald Trump, who have the agenda of kicking people out of the United States and telling women what they can do with their own bodies and lying and cheating and stealing, if you think supporting a guy like that is going to get you ahead in life, think again. I'll tell you what it will get you. All those MAGA people out there, you're never going to be part of my group. I don't even want your fucking money. You can take your fucking money and shove it right up your ass. I don't want anything to do with you. You made your bed, you can lie in it. Am I going to forgive you? Yeah, I forgive you, but I ain't forgetting. You're never going to be part of our group. Our group is going to change the world. We're going to save this fucking planet. Come hell or high water, we're going to change this planet. I don't care if you think I am or not. I am. So I'm going to find some people out there who are big money donors and who believe in our cause. I saved Jen. I saved myself. I saved her family. I saved my kid. I can do a lot. I can do a lot of saving. I'm going to continue saving people. I hopefully can make an influence on Dingo Dingleman's family. Keep running that YouTube. That's a way for you people to make money. That's gonna help support you. That was a great legacy that Dingo left you. Don't let that sucker just die on the vine. You've already got that channel. Keep it going. I want to see it going. I want to see those animals down there all over the world, really. Just don't do the crazy shit. You don't got to do crazy shit to make money. This is your life. You got to take responsibility for your life. Eat healthy. 3 rules in Disciples of Tao. Do no harm. Strive to do your best. Golden rule. Treat other people like you want to be. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You do that for long enough, pretty soon you got a good integrity like I do. You got a real good identity. I exercise every day. Been doing this for 18 years now. Been eating healthy every day. 18 years now. I study every day. 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes 8, 10 hours a day I study. I'm nonstop study, nonstop. I listen to understand. I only play win-win. I don't go into business with people who are in to make a buck. I'm in here to help the world and help people. And if we're making a little bit of money, hey, that's great. But for me, it's not about the money. I've already made money. I have plenty of money. I've got enough money on my own. I want Jan to become successful. I want her kids to become successful. I want you to become successful. You can any of these things that Jen and I are teaching, the YouTube channel, the biochar composting. Biochar composting alone will change the world. There'll be enough food on this world for 10 times the number of people on this planet. We can change this whole planet. We can terraform Earth. If I have help, I'm going to need a lot of you people to get on board. Not you MAGA Republicans. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, but stay out of my life. God, I hope Kamala wins. Come on, guys, vote blue. Make the good choice. I want to see this idiot Trump get stomped resoundingly. Do I want to see him go to jail? I don't. I don't hate Donald Trump. He is what he is. He's your regular run of the mill narcissist. He's a common con man, a grifter. There's nothing special about him. He just doesn't have social anxiety. He doesn't have a. He's had a big brain, but he's warped. He ate too many goddamn hamburgers, did too much Adderall or whatever. His brain is not functioning right. Plus, he's 78 years old. I mean, come on, he can't even say words, much less string a sentence together. And when he does talk, it's all word salad. But that's neither here nor there. I don't hate Donald Trump. I wouldn't have him work at a McDonald's. I really wouldn't. If he was working at a McDonald's and I don't eat at McDonald's, but if I was going there to eat at McDonald's and he was working there, I would go someplace else. I would go, "Oh my God, you got this idiot making your hamburgers? You got this idiot running the cash registers? He's unfit for any kind of job at all." Don't vote for people like that. You don't have to. Maybe you're voting because your dad was a Republican or your mom was a Republican, or you believe in the Republican ideology, fucked up as it is. Because Republicans are capitalists. If you don't know what a capitalist is, then look, not a capitalist, but a corporatist. I'm a capitalist. I'm. People say, "Oh, you're a socialist." It's like, yeah, I like social programs, but I'm a capitalist. I'm an abundance capitalist. I'm here to make as much money as I can. You bet I am. Do I hope I become richer than Elon Musk? Oh, hell yes. I want to put that sucker to shame. I want to develop an organization so big that his head spins when he sees it. Really. And it's not going to be my money. It's going to be Disciple of Tao. 100% of all monies generated by Disciples of Tao will go back into the organization. What's it for? Disciples of Tao is an organization that gives people a platform. Who knows? Maybe I can become so rich someday we can buy the YouTube. Then we can run the YouTube and let everybody on it who practices the rules, our principles, do no harm, right? Don't be giving out misinformation. Uh, do no harm. Strive to do your best. Treat other people with respect and kindness. What is there at the end of life? Death. Average person going to live to be about 75 years old, and then you're not going to exist anymore. And in between, you're going to go through a whole lot of shit. Probably going to get sick on the way. And being sick sucks, let me tell you. Losing eyesight, losing your hearing, losing the ability to walk, to run. That sucks. Life is already hard, but guess what? That's life. That's just part of living. I want everybody on this planet to have as good a life as possible. Do I want Donald Trump to go to jail? Nope. But I do want all of his money taken from him. Every goddamn penny. I want him to be penniless. I want him to be in the situation that a lot of Americans are at that he could have changed. As president, he had that ability to change things. And he didn't change it. The only thing he did was make things miserable for more people. Now, why did you vote for Trump? Maybe because your dad was a Republican or your mom, or again, you like this corporatism ideology. Because corporatists are capitalists, but they're going to work you. You're going to be at the bottom end of capitalism, and they're going to be making all the money. I'm an individualist, and I'm going to create my own capitalist organization by getting my own farm, making my own biochar, selling my own vegetables, and doing any animal husbandry. I'm going to develop my own institution that's going to be free for people, but also generates money. I'm going to take all those profits and throw it right back into the organization so that we can have a platform for every person on this planet. I don't care what your race is. I don't care what country you're from. I don't give a shit. I don't give how young. I don't care how young you are, how old you are. Everybody's responsible for their health. That's my goal. So I hope you people will like and subscribe to our channel and help me and Jen do it. Because I did it for Jen. I did it for myself. We've done it for her family. And we can do it for you too. So on that note, I think I'm going to call this an end. Namaste. Thank you for watching our video. And hey, it's for the Americans there. I know it's Halloween tomorrow, and so I hope you have a happy Halloween. I always enjoy that holiday. Jen's going to be down there today at the Barangay Hall because here in the Philippines they don't really celebrate Halloween so much, and it's so lovely to see those kids. And she'll be filming this too on our YouTube. So this will be live here in probably an hour and a half or so on the YouTube channel. So I'm going to get going, folks, and I hope you have a happy Halloween. And hopefully things will go good next week. And Kamala Harris will be President of the United States. Ooh, that's exciting. Bye.